Welcome to what many call the greatest setting in college football. Husky Stadium in Seattle settled nicely between the Cascades and the Olympic Mountains, and it doesn't get much better or much louder than this. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Kansas Jayhawks, taking on a team from the Big 10, the Washington Huskies. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Jayhawks will put total leather and we'll get started. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. First down here for the offense. Scanning the field, it's Rodgers. Getting some heat. Flags flying as the pass is incomplete. Let's see what the call is. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense getting set for first down. The give to the back. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. They'll go right back to it. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. When the Huskies are moving on the ground like this, you will bow down to Washington.
Yeah, and I tell you what, with all the rain they get out there in Washington, you better have a dependable ground game that you can go to and establish that tempo. Obviously, harder to throw the football in the rain, so dominant, physical trenches.
Using his legs, it's Coleman. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
Nice run there on first down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Fires to the big fella. Makes the catch, and he's brought down.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a third down stop. Looking downfield, it's Rodgers. Quick strike complete. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down, they've got it at the 40. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion, move the sticks.
Crosses the 40, gets it down to the 35 before he stopped, a gain of 6.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Grabbed over the middle, it's Boston. Down to the 30-yard line where he stopped after a gain of 5, and that will be a first down.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Comes out throwing on first down. Here he goes breaking the pocket. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Second down coming up. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate in his pass.
To the air, it's Rodgers. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
3rd and short in college football today. You see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go for it on fourth down. Makes the grab, and it's plenty for the first down. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. He's looking to throw. They're trying to get to him. And the pressure is going to get to him, and down he goes, and that's how the first quarter will end. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Dialing up a second down pass play. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Washington.
Well, your opponent can't beat you if you don't give them the football. And they were able to possess it throughout the entire first quarter, and they finally cap it off with that impressive rushing touchdown.
After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. And the extra point makes it 7-0. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here comes the offense on first down. The give to the single back. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Back to pass, it's Daniels. Makes the grab on the left. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
They're already down a touchdown early, and the last thing they need to do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back to that offense. They'll go for it on 4th down. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
And the Jayhawks will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Moving away from pressure. Working on the right. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. Wonder if they'll be conservative on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Makes the grab. It's Neal. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
They want to just keep throwing it. Unloads to the wideout. Connection to the right. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Rock Chalk Jayhawk.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
And the extra point splits the uprights. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. He'll start the return inside his 5. Finds his way up to the 24 before he goes out of bounds. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
You open a drive like that, and the entire playbook opens up on 1st down from the 44. Got his man down the middle. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give them a first down.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They looked like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
Trying to find his man on 1st down. Caught in the backfield. It's Coleman. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Got it in the middle. It's Williams. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just
fires and picked off. Looking for more room. The 40. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Kansas. How about that D coming up with a play like that? The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, then thought, don't get caught, and he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too, now. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play, but defense, great job making the interception, and you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here. We're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum.
Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Taking it the other way. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Rock Chalk. And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Now, they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with a young fellow on the sidelines, being like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Fires to the right. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
Throws for the tight end. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
To the air, it's Rodgers. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Just enough time for one final play in this half. He lofts one down the sideline. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. Washington about to boot it deep to start things in the second half. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Kansas offense returns to the field. They'll open this third quarter with a run. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. They're bringing heat. Grabbed in the middle. It's Skinner. Knocked down at the 44, but he got 15 on that one.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
He wants to throw. That's caught. It's Neal. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Well, it's important in this game this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Fires to the wideout. Pulls it in. Nothing but green ahead. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Jayhawks.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. on the run from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. He's going to pass. Feeling some heat. Trying to make magic with his feet.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Clock winds inside, a minute to play here in the third. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
All right, you've dug yourself a little bit of a hole offensively. You know you're going to have to throw it here in the second half. You're going to have to make sure, though, you do a better job up front with your pass pro. You got to keep your quarterback standing upright.
Looking downfield, it's Rodgers. Fires to the middle. Wide open downfield. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. Washington wants to go quickly. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
They want to throw it. He was thinking touchdown on the scramble, but they're able to stop him short of the end zone. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Wants to throw on second down. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies.
It's hard for a defense to have to cover so much space. When the offense goes empty, you get receivers and tight ends and running backs lined up out wide. You've got to expand, and it's harder to cover on the back end.
And the extra point was good. Still a lot of time to go here in the third quarter, but they want the ball back right now with an onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Quarterback checking the play. They'll throw it on first down. Coming after him. Pocket starts to collapse. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Great job by the QB just avoiding a negative play. I know you don't come away with a big completion, but he should have got sacked. I don't know how he was able to get out of that. Great individual effort by him.
They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. Release to the back. It falls incomplete, and that'll do it for the quarter. Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. Looking to throw, it's Daniels. Still looking, on the move. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's cut.
Well, as a quarterback, when you get to the outside, you know you don't have all day to throw it. You've got these defenders. They are coming. They're running at you hard. So you've got to do a better job getting the ball out quicker. That hit forced the incompletion.
It's caught. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. The Jayhawks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? And by going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
I think you run that play on second down knowing it's going to make third down easy. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know third down, everything's on the table, everything's available, high success rate.
On third and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. And the Jayhawks get it past the sticks.
And if this offense can keep that rolling, if they can keep the physical ground game and continue to add these plays up as they go along, long drive to keep the clock with the lead, this coach will be ecstatic.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Going to work in the red zone, they can pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. On second down, he'll let it fly. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
Looked like the offense had a chance for a big play there, but the running back just could not reel that ball in.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. On third and long, he'll need to push it downfield. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy. Because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. And he won't quite make it back to the 20-yard line as he goes out of bounds at the 19. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense, defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to forget.
Yeah, you're going to find out a lot about their character right now. Obviously, not what they hoped this would be, and that's demoralizing for a lot of these kids that have worked really hard in practice all week. But at this point here, you're just trying to prove to your coaching staff that you're not going to quit.
Good pickup there as he gets the first down. They'll mark him at the 48.
This tight end is such a weapon because he can line up all over the field. That time he starts in the slot. He's running the corner route against zone coverage, and he's just got athleticism and wiggle and the ability to separate and make big plays. So nice to have a target like that.
And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. To the air, it's Rodgers. Looking to the big tight end. Finds a man in the middle. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. The Huskies are in the hurry up. He's looking to throw it. Catch in the middle. It's Boston. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. He caught it, and he will score! Touchdown, Washington!
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. And as we get later in this game, Jesse, you want to keep moving the ball and being aggressive, but don't turn the thing over.
So how about getting the running game going right here, David, on this drive? Let those big fellas up front get some push, bleed the clock, move the chains.
Yeah, no need to get greedy. I know the passing stats and you want to score, but you're right. The clock right now is your friend with a two-possession lead.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, you know, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All I'm supposed to do is get the W, and that's what they did.
And this is why practice is so important, guys. You can tell that this team was locked in way back earlier in the week. They watched the film. They got good looks in practice. They knew what to anticipate. They knew what looks they were going to see. And when those looks presented themselves, boy, oh boy, did they ever take advantage.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of Welcome, everyone, to Lubbock, Texas, and Jones AT&T Stadium, home to the Texas Tech Red Raiders. And this crowd, as always, will be rowdy because they've been gearing up since early this morning. What a showdown we have in store. A couple of Big 12 teams squaring off in what could prove to be a huge game. As we'll see, the Kansas Jayhawks taking on the Texas Tech Red Raiders. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Jayhawks will get us started with the opening kickoff. On the move from inside his 5. He's able to work his way on the return up to the 23 before he steps out of bounds. Offense set on first down. It's a reverse. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Kept it on the ground on first down. Now back to the line. Looking to throw. It's Morton. Trying to get to him. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job beating the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Pressure coming. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
Boy, that seemed to be prime return territory. Instead, he'll make the fair catch. A great spot to start this drive for the offense. Out of the gun, the inside give. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Looking to throw on second down. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back.
One of the things I love about this offense is they're very versatile in their passing attack. They throw to receivers and tight ends, and the screen game is big as well. This guy is a weapon, and you're seeing that here early.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Listen, I know there are a lot of DBs out there that all they want to do is get interceptions and dance in the end zone. This dude likes to put his face in the fan, get close to the line of scrimmage, and tackle. And on the opening drive, if he's out there, he gets a huge tackle for loss early. That is a statement play.
And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. They'll go to the air on third and short. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be fourth down. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Fourth down and inches, and you go read any book you want to, any analytical measure, and it will tell you, go for it. Got some room headed to the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Rock Chalk Jayhawk.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise on the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished it off with a 17-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team out there and ready to go. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
He just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Looking to throw, it's Morton. Get it out on the screen. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. That's reeled in. It's Brooks. They make the stop, and that's how the first quarter will end. second down here as they go back to work after the break. They run the reverse. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense sticking to the run. Nice job getting the first down.
Dances away from the heat. He'll pull it down. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Bad news for the defense. They gave up a first down on a scramble. Good news, though, they got a lift on that quarterback. That is a dream shot for anybody on defense. So, yeah, you might have made a good play individually. Good job, bud. Attaboy. You might get a helmet sticker for that, but you're also going to be in the ice bath after the game.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. The sweet feet buy a little time. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
All right, that's a play that I'd like to see the quarterback just take off and run it himself. And I love his mindset. He's thinking to himself, I'm going to throw this. We're going to get this first down. I have a play, but sometimes you just got to know, man, at this point, I'm out here on the perimeter. It's just me and these defenders one-on-one.
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. It's 4th down now, and this likely the final snap before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. And the Red Raiders will try to pick it up on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab well past the sticks. And that's where they'll mark him, but a very productive play, and they'll move the chains. He's got it on the run. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders! No backs with the quarterback as they line up for the 2. To the air, it's Morton. He's got it in the end zone for the 2, and they take an 8-7 lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The Kansas offense returns to the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David.
He's got it down the right side. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. That's the way to start a drive. Now they'll snap it just shy of midfield. Quarterback will audible. They'll throw it on 1st down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Fires into traffic. Picked off. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48.
Some defensive players just have a knack. I've played with guys throughout the course of my career that you can't coach it. It's not speed, it's not strength. It's literally, I know when to break on the football, how to go get it, and how to pull it in. It's just a knack.
Brought down at the 38. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down. The Red Raiders will hustle to the line. The pull and throw off the RPO. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Running game worked on 1st down. Let's see if they go back to it on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Morton. Now he's going to break the pocket. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. Bringing it back. He's inside the 40. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Kansas. What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Bowman. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Off the play fake. Extending the play. And he'll just get rid of that one.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
On third down, going up top. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Boy, that seemed to be prime return territory, but instead he'll set the offense up with great field position. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking for a man. It's Daniels. Quarterback adapted. He'll fire to his right. And that ball is picked off. Got room on the return. And he gets the interception and finally run out of bounds, and that's how we'll wrap up the first half. And the Red Raiders will kick it away to start the second half. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. They have the lead to start the third quarter, but I'd imagine ball security was a topic at halftime.
Yeah, and
he's off to the races. He's at the 40. And what a huge play for this offense after that great run.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
Eight-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. They'll run play action, getting some heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Dropping back, it's Daniels. Working that left side now. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
It's all about critical downs and distances on defense. You want to be great unit defensively, you've got to be good on third down and in the red zone. For this defense giving up a third down like that, that is just a gut punch.
He breaks a tackle. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. The big fellas coming out in the goal line defense. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Rock Chalk. They'll try to add another to their lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Looks like he's going to try to return it. And the returner is stopped. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3-and-out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot. You got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on the heels.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
The Red Raiders want to pick up the tempo.
This is a tight end that not only is going to play with his hand in the ground, but he can line up in the slot as well and attack the defense vertically. He's too fast for linebackers to cover, and he's too big for DBs to cover. He's a real weapon in this offense.
Quick tempo here for the offense.
So surprised we have not been calling this guy's name more. He's one of the best tight ends in the country, but
Fires into traffic, intercepted. Takes it the other way. Welcome to San Marcos, Texas, home of the Texas State Bobcats, a place widely known as one of the continuously inhabited sites in America, and we expect our crowd to continually inhabit and make their presence known in this game. We've got a sensational matchup for you. Fans have been filing in and getting ready for this game, as we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the Kansas Jayhawks, taking on a team from the Sun Belt, the Texas State Bobcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Jayhawks will kick it away to start. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. And the returner will be brought down. The offense set for a first down play. Defensive coordinator showing heat before the snap. Back to throw, it's McLeod. Intercepted. And it's going to be a pick six. Touchdown, Jayhawks.
I mean, you talk about coming out as a defense and setting the tone and letting them know it's going to be a long game. Let's do this. How about a pick six on the first possession? Nice job by the defense coming out and striking first in this ball game.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. Texas State has the football back, and they'll go on offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Looking to scramble. He's going to take off. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats, but when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Finds a soft spot in the middle. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. And the Bobcats moving quickly to the line. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Now on second down. Pulls it in. It's Sparks. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down. The Bobcats come to the line with a new set of downs. The give to the tailback. Using that running game to bludgeon forward. He's got 4 down to the 35. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Dropping back, it's McLeod. Looking for the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Great play by the defensive back, showing you his variety of skills. His ability to turn the hips, his speed running downfield, turning his head to locate the football and then swatting it away. You just can't do it better.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves them with a 3rd and 6. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. 8th play of the drive coming. It'll be a 3rd and 6. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And they're able to get a third down stop here. See if they go for it on fourth. They'll pass on the 48-yard field goal attempt and instead try to pick up the first down. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Oh, picked off. He'll try to take it back. He's at the 40. The 20. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Rock Chalk Jayhawk. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense.
Yeah, how about that, man? Fourth down, trying to go make a play, get this offense going, get it sparked, get some points on the board, and that couldn't have gone any worse. They throw the pick. Not only that, they return it all the way back for 6. That offense just shot themselves right in the foot.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Texas State gets the football back, and here comes the offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Wide receiver coming across in motion. The give to the back. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. And the Bobcats headed quickly to the line. With jet sweep pass. Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a first down. The Bobcats are rolling down the field. Leaves it with the back. He locked up and held on to bring him down. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw, it's McLeod. They're trying to get to him. Still on his feet. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
Give that guy a lot of credit, man. He was able to somehow avoid that sack, but nobody open downfield, throws it away.
A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime.
Let's go.
Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. He looks that one in nicely. That was a good read there. Not the biggest gain in the world, David, but take up the space they're going to give you in the zone.
Yeah, make it easy, man. Make the right decision. If he's open, get it to him, get some positive yards. Basically a run play.
Makes the catch. It's Sparks. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the 1st down. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the 1st down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Quarterback extends the play. He wants it all. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Bobcats.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Line gets set, 1st down. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Got it set up on the outside. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
There's a lot of different ways this offense can attack you throwing the ball. One of them is getting the running back going, and the screen is a great way to get him lathered up and get the defense starting to think about him a little bit more now.
Bunch formation, trying to confuse the secondary. Looking to pass. It's Daniels. The throw to the outside is complete. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? 2nd down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Soft spot in the middle. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple 1st downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
The Jayhawks will line it up on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Got his man quickly. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
Well, this defense now is just getting gashed. And if you're the defensive coordinator, you might now want to think about being aggressive, changing up your play calls, and maybe breaking your own tendencies, because you have got to stop this offense just marching down the field.
Ball spotted at the 27. It's 1st and 10. They're bringing heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Couldn't make the play on 1st down. They'll try it again. 2nd and 10 from the 27. After the incompletion, they go back up top. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Unloads to the wideout. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Back to pass, it's Daniels. Fires to the end zone, and he's got it. Touchdown, Kansas.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. On the run from inside his own 5. He's able to work his way on the return up to the 23 before he steps out of bounds. Texas State has the football back, and they'll go on offense. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but, man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the 3rd quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Now here on 2nd down, see if they keep tossing it around. Wants to throw. It's McLeod. Feeling some heat. Lets it fly deep downfield. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better there.
Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Throws to the wideout. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Going the other way, and he's got room. Not only made the pick, but he also made up some ground and took it back to the 38.
I tell you what, I don't know if I'm going to try him much more. Goodness gracious, you can tell he's ready for what he's seeing. 2nd interception. I would not throw near that guy anymore. You might want to try the other side of the field.
So it's 1st down, but with just a few seconds, they'll try to put up a 3 before halftime. The field goal is no good. Missed the field goal, missed the chance to make it a 3-possession game, but still a 14-point lead, guys. Welcome to the Swamp, home of the Florida Gators, and we've long been told it is here that only the Gators get out alive. What an exciting matchup we have in store for you this afternoon, built around the pageantry, tradition, and everything that makes college football great. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Kansas Jayhawks, taking on a team from the SEC, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Jayhawks will kick it away to start us off. On the move from inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. On first down, here comes this offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7. And the Gators want to move quickly. Looking for a man, it's Glagway. Steps away to find some room. He'll turn it loose out to the right. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game. We make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Going to try to get it himself. Hit as he throws. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. Corners are going to bail. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Fires to the right. And that pass intercepted. And they'll drag. Welcome to Lawrence, Kansas, and pay heed all who enter, and beware, these Jayhawks can play a little football too. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on a team from the Big 12, the Kansas Jayhawks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Jayhawks will get us underway with the opening kickoff. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. first down here for the offense. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Rumbles ahead for a pickup of 5 to the 29.
I know the passing game sells and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, running back on the move. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. There's always been a lot of flash and sizzle to the Oklahoma offense, but it's built on being tough.
Yeah, and especially the great teams. The great teams that you think about in Oklahoma past, the ones that were in the national championship or in the playoff, those are teams that can run the football, be physical. It all started there.
Had to get rid of it quickly. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, this offense might want to think about moving the launch point for this QB, because if you take hits like that from the pocket, it's really tough to complete passes.
Gives it to the back on the draw. They ripped off 7 on that one. Now a 3rd down and 3. The Sooners come to the line in the hurry-up. Looking to throw for it. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
He's got him, and they convert. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. The Sooners are moving quickly down the field. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the first down. Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
They're getting this guy lathered up. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Tempo and overdrive. To throw, it's Arnold. Forced out of the pocket. Got his man all by himself. And he'll run out of bounds just short of the goal line. Wanted to get it in, but couldn't quite get home.
When you run those routes, those curl routes just like that, those DBs are going to break when you go to throw the football. So you better put that thing on a...
Wedges, pushes, and he's over and in for the touchdown. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive. It was finished off with the quarterback sneak. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. A first down for the offense. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
A little screen to the running back. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long.
I like the play call on offense. I like you trying to get the running back involved in the pass game, too. Defense was ready for that one. Let's see what...
What a snag by the defense. Trying to take it back. Touchdown, Oklahoma! defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. One final play before the end of the quarter. Going with the ground game left. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Back to throw, it's Daniels. Unloads to the right. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion?
There's got to be a sense of urgency for this offense right now. They're trailing. They're going to be kicking off to open the second half. So they need points. They need to go tempo. Maybe that last first down gets them a little bit of confidence.
And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
And as an offensive coordinator, you don't need the perfect play with this guy as your running back. He's going to make the play perfect for you because he makes everybody miss. Spin moves, hurdles, stiff arms, speed.
And they're on him in a heartbeat, and down he goes.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the pass is intercepted. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Trying to turn the corner on the right. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got in. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Line getting set on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the right. He's got an open man. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup. He went for it. He attacked it. Got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on 1st down. And the Sooners racing to the line in the hurry-up. They'll run it. It's Barnes fighting off the defender. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. On 1st down from the 13-yard line. Coming after him. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
That's how you blow up the screen pass here on defense. You got to hit the quarterback fast and force the incompletion.
They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. He'll throw it. He caught it. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
This is why he's the quarterback leading his team, because he can do things like that, the unscripted stuff, and buy time, scramble outside the pocket, complete the pass down the field. Just so hard to stop as opposed to a guy that just stands in the pocket and you know exactly where he's going to.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown Sooners. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Kansas offense returns to the field. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself
And full extension down the right side for the grab.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
And he was shooting for the end zone there, and they couldn't make the completion.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment. They've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays that they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
The incompletion brings up a second down. Scanning the field, it's Daniels. Pocket starts, and he's all bottled up, and now it's... Welcome to Lawrence, Kansas, and pay heed all who enter, and beware, these Jayhawks can play a little football too. We believe we've got a great one in store today, and when you've got a team that makes it into the top 25, now when you go on the road, that's when you prove you belong. As we'll see, the number 16 team in the country, the Boise State Broncos, taking on a team from the Big 12, the Kansas Jayhawks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Jayhawks will boot it away to start the game. He'll start the return inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. First down for this offense. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. So no room to run there, and you wonder after that loss on first down where they turn now.
Yeah, and that's why it's so important for the defense to win these first downs, right? You want to create negative plays to make this offense so much more predictable.
Looking to throw on second down. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And you're seeing the pass rush on the second play of the drive. They dial it up. Look at the speed and athleticism this defense has as they corral the quarterback for a loss.
On third and long, no secret what he needs here. It's complete. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
There's a reason third down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at third down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football.
Makes a connection. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
Well, this tight end is so athletic that at times they'll line him up in different parts of the field. That time he was in the slot. Nice job running the route, finding the open space in the defense for the completion.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Going up top on first down. And he intercepts it. Got some room to run. The 40. At the 20. Touchdown, Rock Chalk. How about that D coming up with a play like that? What about the speed from that defender on the return?
He's showing you, Reese, like, listen, it's not just wide receivers that can do that. I can take this thing to the house. I got some moves. Watch this. Unbelievable job flipping the field. Offense about to score. Defense makes the huge plays and gets points out of it.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. That last pick 6 after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards, but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
Now on first down from the 30. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again, right? It's been really hard for this offense in this game to run the football, but they finally break off a big run there. That could be the play they need to really generate momentum and get this run game.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Fires to the wideout. Pass on the way. It's picked off. Looking for more room. They stripped it out. He picks it up, still on his feet. First down to start the drive after the break. They'll run it from the gun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And if I'm the running back, I'm going to be like, listen, O-line, can you give me something? Can you give me some space to try to make somebody miss and not have another guy right next to me? I'm giving the offensive line an earful. I need some holes, need some space up front. They got to do a better job.
Trying to get to it. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
That is how you start a drive. Meet the physical challenge on first down. Rush the quarterback, get the sack on second down, and now put him in a third and long situation. Nice job by this defense.
Gonna let it fly. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. And the Broncos will send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. You couldn't dial it up much better than that as he knocks it out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. The offense lining up for a first down play. Looking for a crease. It's Neal. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Well, the most insightful analysis I can come up with on that one is that didn't work. Back to the drawing board to see if there's something that works a little better soon.
Or if I can quote the great Reese Davis, that was very ungood. Not a productive first down play.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Fires to the middle. And the ball is picked off. Touchdown, Boise State. And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. This time it's the defense finding ways to put points on the board.
There is nothing better than being a defender. Seeing that ball in the end zone, your eyes get big as saucers. Go, jump on that puppy, secure it, get you a touchdown.
Surely they're going to kick this thing away. Tied in the second quarter, they're lined up for an onside kick. And no one can get a handle on it. Ball goes out of bounds on the onside kick attempt. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Looking downfield, it's Daniels. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
He's going to pass on 2nd down. He's got it. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the pass hits, picked off. Taking it the other way. And stampeding through the defense. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And that's just a force by the quarterback. They're throwing it into cover 3. It's a zone coverage, and if you're going to try to throw it deep down the middle, you need another route to occupy the safety and take him away. There was nothing there that time. That's just way too easy of an interception for him.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Quick pass on the fly motion. Maybe a 3-yard pickup there, 3rd and long coming up. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. On target over the middle. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the 1st down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The Broncos getting set on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Get as far as you can and then get down. Don't take that hit.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You get the ball out. But when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Caught in the backfield, it's Genty. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible, and sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of him.
Jumped on top of the pile.
Second quarter might not be gamble time, but inside the 3, Palmer, I've got the green light. I'm going for this.
I am too, and you're essentially running a 2-point play here, right? You've got a play you practice all week long. That's the play you dial up right here.
Clock still running, almost certainly the last play of the half. Tries to slither forward on the sneak. He's not going to make it. Stopped short of the goal line. Tried to push his way in, but not quite enough on 4th and goal. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. To the air, it's Daniels. Quickly to the tight end. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. They'll come out and take a knee, and that should send us to halftime. I guess they're trying to send a message to start this second half, lined up for an onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
I think that's a decision the head coach is going to look back on and wish he had done the other thing and just kick it way down the field. You've got a tie game. We've got so much football left to play here in the second half. Instead, because you don't get the onside kick, your opponent is now set up in really nice field position to go down, score, and take the lead.
You want to talk about running behind your pads as he plows his way to the 35. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Trying the left side. He had to fight for a couple down to the 33. They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. They'll try to get it through the air. Fires to the big fella. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's 1st down at the 27.
And the defense brought the blitz on 3rd down, trying to see if they could rattle the quarterback. But how about the poise? He knew where his answer was. He didn't panic or freak out. He just went through his progressions, picked up the first, and we got a fresh set of downs.
Tough run in this part of the field. He's got 4 down to the 23.
And it's just simple 1st down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back to pass, it's Daniels. They're working that left side. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
The Jayhawks are flying down the field. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll get this one back to the line of scrimmage, but no farther than that.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
It's complete. Touchdown, Jayhawks. And that one will give them the lead.
And the offense slips the running back out of the backfield. Nobody decides to cover him. My man makes the play. Shows off the hands first. Got to make the catch first. Does the rest. Walks in the end zone for the touchdown.
And the PAT gives him a 14-7 lead. So a relatively short drive covering 39 yards. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Boise State ready to send out that offense. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing them open.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. Pressure coming. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great. They got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in the second half.
Unloads to the wideout. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, you're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on third down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on fourth down. You're in the third quarter, second half. You're playing at home, and it's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity to seize momentum. And you just get the feeling that that momentum is going to be a big factor here in the second half. Someone had to step up and make a play, and they just couldn't get it done.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They've played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
And now such a tough situation. Late in this game, you're trailing, but now it's fourth and long. Like, it's one thing if it's fourth and short. This makes it even more difficult. You got to have something dialed up you feel really great about.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. And the offense falls on the ball, but they'll still have to give it up. They're short of the first down.
Woo. Deep breath, right, man? You fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Just feeding his pads to the defense as he gets it to the 36.
And the running back there did everything that he's coached to do, right? They've got the lead late in this game. You've got to stay in bounds. You're finding yards. It's a positive run, but you're not going out of bounds. Really well done.
And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get it done.
And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. And the Jayhawks looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. They'll go to the counter. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And not a surprise by this offense, right? This is a game management type situation. I want to run the football. I want to run the clock. The clock is my friend with the lead. Late in the fourth quarter, inside of a minute, I'm going to keep this ground game going and make you have to look at that clock continue to tick.
Lining up to convert third down. To the air, it's Daniels. Using the quick game. They bring him down, but he's got a first and goal from the 10. How valuable is a tight end in the red area? Now they're set up with a first and goal.
I love it. Find the big fella down in the red area. Big target, works the middle of the field, easier throws. Nice job by this offense, keeping it very simple.
And they corral him at the 2-yard line.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
Now on second down, and we'll probably see another run, and that might do it if they can get a first down. Slams ahead. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on third here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
He'll go to the sneak. Wedges, pushes, and he's over and in for the touchdown. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. So they covered 42 yards on the drive. And it was finished off with the quarterback sneak. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Big play to start this drive, and they're already out at the 48. It's 1st down. He's looking to throw it. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Broncos!
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
They'll run it. He makes his way in for the 2, and now they trail by only 6. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. The clock is at 18 seconds. Hearts are beating fast. The onside kick is coming. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. They're going to run it to the right. On the move at the 30. Hit the afterburners, kid. And he crosses the goal line for the late touchdown, and that one just might finish this baby off.
Some would say run out the clock. Some would say I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now, listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game, but the offense did their job.
2-point conversion attempt is coming. Looking downfield, it's Daniels. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Well, there was a golden opportunity for the offense to come away with 2 points there, but he dropped it in the end zone. That's a catch you have to make.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the move from inside his 5. He's not going to make it to the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 17. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Blasted as he lets it go. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And he's brought down after the pick, and time has expired here in the 4th. Well, how about this one? A fun one. These guys came in as underdogs, and they walk out as the winner.
They didn't care they were unranked. That's not what they were worried about. Oh, this team's ranked. They were looking at them any different. They were looking to come in and get the W and execute. Great job believing they could come, Jesse, and knock them off.
Yeah, you're right, David. This team came in with something to prove, and they knew they had a national audience that was going to be paying attention to this game. What a great job going out under the lights, big-time stage against a ranked opponent and really putting their A game out there on the field.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Few places are richer in tradition, more steeped in nostalgia than this old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy, the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, and the scarlet and gray have this place rocking already. We have a ranked versus unranked battle coming up here, and you know how chaos can ensue if they start smelling an upset. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the Kansas Jayhawks, taking on the fourth-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Jayhawks will kick it away first. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. First down here for the offense. Leaves it with the back. Crosses the 30. He's got to lay it. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. And the senior would love to have that one back, just a little too much on the pass.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down a little bit.
Looking to throw, it's Howard. Working the middle, it's complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. The defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
Great job by the defense dialing out some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on 4th down. Touch pass on the run. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Coaches talk about it all the time. We're going to be aggressive. Well, they were aggressive on that first drive. They go for it on 4th down. No dice. Now you put your defense on the field. I like the aggressiveness, but now you got to deal with some of the consequences.
Ooh, and I love the running back here. Running into the blitz, he saw the extra defender. He was able to put his foot in the ground and make a miss. That was a good play.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. Got a man. It's Neal. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a 1st down on the play.
Yeah, great catch, but great read. I love the quarterback understanding. You're going to see the blitz. I'm going to get the ball to my running back quickly, let him get the 1st down. Nice job by the quarterback seeing that really fast.
Fires to the wideout. Picked off. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing they needed to create takeaways to try to gain as much momentum as they could. Really nice interception on that play. Great job with the eyes by the defender there picking that up.
Just a savvy, veteran, productive run from this junior. The Buckeyes, really the entire state, they pride themselves on toughness. Establishing the ability to run the ball when they want to has always been important here.
Part of that Midwest lifestyle, but when you're Ohio State, you recruit at such a high level. You're going to get great offensive linemen, great running backs, so it's not a surprise that they're usually a physical unit.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. The Buckeyes get enough to move the chains.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the 1st down.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. After the run, now to throw. Makes the grab. It's Ibuka. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. The time-honored phrase for a quarterback is field general. This dude, in this environment, he's like a stadium commander. He's like an elevated rank above field general.
He's like an orchestra.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Ohio State. Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And they top it off with a 31-yard toss for 6. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again.
Into double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, he was rolling to his right, and because of that, I don't know if it affected the timing between him and his wide receiver. They just weren't on the same page on that one as the defense comes away with the INT.
They'll give it to the back. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Hand off from the shotgun. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to ride this running back. Ran through the contact. That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space. And the Buckeyes with the 1st and 10. Quick release on the RPO. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Well, that didn't bust for a long one, but now third down becomes very manageable. It's not third in eternity. Now the whole playbook, short passing game, long passing game, all of it's available.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Just trucks through it. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. The give and the run on 4th down. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. The Buckeyes will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, but to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. So a relatively short drive covering 39 yards. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The Kansas offense returns to the field. Getting late here in the 1st half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut it to a 1-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the 2nd half. Because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
On the run, still looking. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the Welcome to Lawrence, Kansas. And pay heed all who enter. And beware, these Jayhawks can play a little football too. We're really looking forward to this matchup. You've got a team that's made its way into the top 25, now trying to pass an all-important road test. As we'll see, the number 11 team in the country, the Iowa State Cyclones, taking on another Big 12 foe, the Kansas Jayhawks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Cyclones will kick it away to start us off. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Offense getting set for first down. To the ground with the back. At the 35, he's got room. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
That has got to be demoralizing if you're on defense, because they just ran the ball right up the middle, down your throats, and they gashed you.
To the air, it's Daniels. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. After the misfire, now on second down. He's looking to throw. With the catch, it's Arnold. And they knock him down. There was nowhere to go. Defense is swarming.
Such a great job by the defense winning on early downs. What does that mean? Now it means third and long. Third and long, now I go to dime packages, to nickel packages. I'm taking linebackers off the field and bringing on DBs to really cover more guys and have more speed on the field.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And that pass is intercepted. Bringing it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And that's kind of a double whammy for this offense, because on their opening drive, not only did they turn it over with the interception, but they've now set their defense up in a really tough spot deep in their own end.
Ready to fire from the pistol. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. He's got his man. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
And that's why this QB's speed is such an asset. He can use it to his advantage, buy himself time to make a nice throw down the field.
They'll leave it with him. You're not getting him on the ground, still on his feet. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Iowa State. How about this? These guys are going for 2. They'll try to slam it in. Into the end zone for the 2, and they push that lead out to 8. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse. What a job to lay out and make the catch. And this junior loves to show off that big arm.
The big fellow laying out. Look at that body control, using all that muscle, all that strength to lay out and make the big catch for his team.
Looking to throw, it's Daniels. It's complete to the left. At the 45 on his way. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
To the air on first down. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
A really good job by the defense. They got to understand that boy can fly. So when he gets outside the pocket, I got to make sure I'm ready to go get him. You could tell he was still being a passer. He wanted to throw the football. Nice job closing under control, getting a hit on the quarterback, and affecting the throw.
You know, this linebacker is a special player because not only is he good making tackles in the open field, this guy can cover. And you saw a great example of it with that running back.
Fires deep toward the end zone. And it's picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Third and long is difficult. You have to push the ball down the field. Nothing worse than watching people dink and dunk on third and long and get tackled, then run the punt unit on. I like the aggressiveness. Try to push the ball down the field. It's not the worst thing in the world. You throw an INT, it's kind of like a punt.
And he breaks into the open. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Off the play fake on first down. Unloads to the wideout. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
Makes the grab on the left. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. The Cyclones come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw, it's Beck. Getting some heat. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Let's see which way they go after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 39. He'll just keep slinging it. Snagged in the middle. It's Jackson. At the 35, he's loose. There he goes down the right side. Touchdown, Cyclones! He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they move on top by 15. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the score comes courtesy of the big play covering 61 yards on the touchdown pass. The kickoff team out there getting set. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Kansas offense returns to the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Looking to pass on 2nd down. Unloads it left. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Man, this thing's starting to snowball now in a bad way for this offense. 2nd interception in as many drives. This quarterback has got to be able to turn the page and make better decisions.
To the air, it's Beck. Complete downfield. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. It's first down from the 11. A new set of downs after the completion. Looking to go up top on first down. Got it. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Iowa State. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a two-play drive. They want to get the ball right back here in the first half. They've got the lead and going for the onside kick.
We're only in the first half, and I don't think anybody had onside kick in the second quarter on their bingo card. They were trying to catch the opponent off guard, but it didn't work. Now let's find out what this offense can do. You have got to make them pay for gambling like that.
Comes out throwing on first down. Caught close to the marker. It's Neal. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Quarterback floating away from pressure. He's in a world of trouble, and down he goes. A catastrophic loss on that play.
That play right there is going to be a nominee for worst play of the season. Guys, have we seen a play that bad all season long? What is going on?
Fires left. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. He'll need some juice in that arm on 3rd and long. They're trying to get to it. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
Well, this offensive coordinator has to be scratching his head because he's trying to keep his quarterback protected. He's trying different things, sliding the offensive line, keeping tight ends and running backs in, chipping, going empty, and getting the ball out quickly, but it's not working. They're just losing the one-on-one battles up front, and in the second half looking forward, I don't know if they're going to
Welcome, everyone, to the house that Rockne built. Notre Dame Stadium, underneath the watchful eye of Touchdown Jesus, the home of the Fighting Irish. Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on the 14th ranked team in the land, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Notre Dame lining up to kick off and get this one started. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Here comes the offense on first down. On the move, it's Edwards. Discards a man. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Michigan really took it to Notre Dame the last time they met, and Hail to the Victors was playing loudly.
It was playing loudly, and they beat the snot out of the Irish. And the Irish better not forget that. And it was the physicality of Michigan taking over, and the Irish going to be ready today.
Yeah, Notre Dame was really upset. They just couldn't answer the bell. Everything seemed to snowball on them, one bad thing after another. They've got to be mentally tougher in this game.
They'll run it from the gun. Nice move to keep running. Nothing but green grass down the middle. He's at the 20. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Michigan.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Offense set on first down. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. With the catch, it's locked. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
Big time throw in that last play. You know, you think about great Notre Dame quarterbacks. I think back to a couple of Joes. Joe Montana, Joe Theismann. They'd love what they'd be seeing right now from this kid. He's got arm talent. He's got accuracy. And because of that, he gives this offense the ability to light up the scoreboard.
In this rivalry, you could just about write the history of the game. Rockne and Fielding Yost, Schembechler and Holtz, the Rocket and Desmond Howard. So many great moments in this rivalry, which has been played since the 1800s.
So many great moments, so many great plays, great players. And how about the uniforms? Just clean, beautiful, pristine unis.
This is just classic college football. And because of all those names that Reese just ripped off, this game always seems to come down to the final play.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Dropping back, it's Leonard. Buys a little time. And the ball is intercepted. Got room on the return. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
It's really hard when that quarterback gets outside the pocket because it cuts off half of the field. Once he starts to roll out, everybody starts to sprint to the other side of the field. You know you're not going to throw it across your body going to the right. Great job by the defense closing it off and making the interception.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Pollock.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Loveland. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. The offense set for a first down play. They think they can create space here with a run to the right. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke. Not much room to run. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. They're bringing heat. Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it. Gets it past the marker for a first down, and that's the way we will wrap up the first quarter. The Wolverines are moving quickly down the field. Trying to find his man on first down. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. They've got some serious work to do to keep that last one from messing up this drive. 2nd and 19. Pulled down for the tackle.
Well, the defense wasn't expecting that. They had a lot of guys back into coverage. That was 2nd and a lot of yards to go, and they got caught off guard. Not enough guys in the box to control that running back.
They'll run for it on 3rd and short. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. And the Wolverines want to crank the tempo. Power football with the run. Finds just enough room to pick up a couple down to the 26. There's no logical reason these two shouldn't play every year in proximity, both powerhouses, but squabbles get in the way from time to time, guys.
They sure do, and I think Notre Dame being an independent always makes things tricky and difficult, but at the same time, they're always playing USC every year, David. I'd love to see them schedule Michigan each and every season.
And just make it happen. We've lost so many rivalries in sports because of money, because of conference realignment. We don't need to lose another one.
Finds his man. It's Loveland. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. On the run, it's Edwards. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Wolverines. Lining up to add another. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get...
Oh, what a grab by the defense. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it first down at the 42.
I love when people start to understand what we're doing defensively. If they're going to pass the football and that's where they're going to live, well, I'm going to live in dime. I'm going to bring more defensive backs on the field so I can cover more of these speed guys that they have out there Great job by the defensive back, breaking on the football, making the INT, making the DC look very smart.
They'll throw it on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. After they couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. Looking for a man. It's Warren. Feeling some heat. This is a 3rd and long. Quick handoff. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. The Wolverines in the hurry up. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Sends it downfield. And it's caught inside the 30. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
That's a big-time completion. And guys, I think they caught the defense napping right there. I think everybody on defense thought that they were going to maybe throw to the sticks on that one, but instead, quarterback had some other ideas. He had a matchup he loved one-on-one, vertically down the field. He took advantage of it. This guy made a great catch. Let's keep this drive going.
He does a good job of scrambling around and trying to make a play, but I tell you what, you don't want to take too many shots like that. Those big hits, oof, if you get up now, you dang sure going to feel them later.
Throw to the end zone, picked off. Takes it the other way. He's inside the 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return.
Dude, you're just thinking hold him to 3, make him kick the field goal, don't let him score points. Heck no, you turn it into offense. What a play. Catches the ball in the end zone. Take a knee. Take a knee. No, sir. I'm taking this thing all the way back 100 yards to the house. What a play.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll try the left side. Sweet feet on the move. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
It's really frustrating when you get a guy in his spot. He's in the hole. He's there to do his job. And you can't get the guy on the ground. That's your job. Get him on the ground. You know, especially a guy that's not a huge back. You got to make that tackle. You can't make it easy on the offense when now they got a manageable situation.
That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. Go ahead and roll the dice to start this second half. They're lined up for an onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. Here come the Irish, back on offense. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first.
He's loose. Touchdown, Irish. And once he got loose, it was all over.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. And he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners. When he kicked it in gear, he got the long touchdown.
And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the third quarter. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. One snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. The returner will field it and bring it back. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. It's caught downfield. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. Pick up on that play.
Well, that's a really nice job surveying the field and delivering an accurate throw. You know, when I think back to Michigan quarterbacks, I think of guys like Elvis Gerbach or Tom Brady, Jim Harbaugh, Brian Griese, guys that could hurt you throwing the ball from the...
Fires the pass, intercepted. He'll try to take it back. He steps out of bounds, but not only does he get the ball back, what a return to set up his offense.
And that's just excellent cover. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there. You see all this movement in football now, all the stemming, the defensive line, they're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield and make this life hard on this running back.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Leonard coming after him. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Things working pretty well for this defense, out of a dime package and still getting plenty of heat on the quarterback.
Yeah, get off the rock, understand the situation. All the fast guys got the back end covered. It's my job to seek and destroy the quarterback. Great job by the defensive line rushing after that guy and getting him on the ground.
The Irish send out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. What a great job on that kick, bouncing it out of bounds inside the 10. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, should have ran a better route.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Just what the doctor ordered to get away from the shadow of that goalpost and pick up a first down at the 23.
Well, they get another big run for a first down, and if you're on offense, you love the way your offensive...
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down. And the Wolverines are in the hurry-up.
There's an example of what happens when a quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off.
Ball in the air, intercepted. And he'll be marked down, but what a play to come up with that interception. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown in their last possession.
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. The give to the fullback. Tackled at the 28. It's a pickup of 5.
Those fullbacks are grown men. Those guys are constantly hitting linebackers and blocking the whole entire game. So when you get a chance to give the big boy the ball, it's always, and you know what it is? It's a morale boost for everybody on the whole field. Everybody gets jacked up, and he finally gets to touch the football.
It's runs like that that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. 2nd down coming up. From the gun, the running back has it. There to make the stop, and we've played 3 in this one. First down to start the drive after the break. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Back to throw, it's Orji. Fires to the tight end. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down. Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Safe completion on the screen. Still on his feet at the 45. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit him for a first down and much more. Really good execution by this offense. The Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And this guy's just never been able to get into a rhythm all game long. Whether it's been because of pressure or the defense disguising their coverages, he just doesn't seem right. And as a result, he's now thrown 3 picks in this game.
They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now, if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
Good, solid tackle. It's 3rd down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. This is a big 3rd down. If they can move the chains, they can just about salt this game away. They'll try to run for it. Still running at the 40. Can anyone catch him? And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. And he takes this from inside the 5. And he won't quite make it back to the 20-yard line as he goes out of bounds at the 19. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
And that is good versatility there and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. Wants to throw on third down. He's taking a deep shot. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
And this is why coaches get paid the big bucks. Tough decision on your own side of the field. Fourth quarter, I'm trailing. Is it go time now, or do I trust my defense?
Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. They'll try it on the ground. He will. Welcome to Notre Dame Stadium, where they will shake down thunder from the sky to cheer on their Fighting Irish and hoping that plenty of echoes will reverberate in victory at the end of the game. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on the 14th ranked team in the land, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Wolverines will kick it off to get us underway. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll to 25. Line gets set, first down. They'll start this drive with a pass. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Yeah, that was a good play on the ball, getting his hand up and getting the tip, getting the deflection. Ball bounces up in the air, falls to the ground, incomplete pass.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Dropping back, it's Leonard. They'll run the screen. Got room at the 35. Open runway ahead. He's at the 20. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
The big explosive play put him right on the edge, but you got to finish the deal. Marches ahead. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Second and goal coming up. Trying to bully their way in. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Notre Dame right back to the line. They're going to run it. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
And that touchdown just got this whole place going, didn't it? You got everybody doing the Irish jig. Touchdown Jesus is happy. You got the leprechaun, he's dancing. The energy in this place right now is on another level after that score. No wonder this is such a tough place to come in and try to get a win on the road.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Goes to the option. He'll toss it. That keeps the running game churning. Pick up a 5 to the 23. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to throw, it's Warren. Finds his tight end. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a 1st down. A lot of urgency for this offense. We talk a lot about Michigan building its offense around the running game, but they've always had an effective quarterback who can make plays down the field.
And I think some people hear effective, Reese, and take that as an insult, right? Like, I don't want to hear about my quarterback being effective. I want him to be explosive. I want him to be dynamic. But Michigan doesn't really have those guys most of the time at that quarterback spot. But when they find those good ones, they have great seasons.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Oh, it's a reverse. At the 45 on his way. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense.
And good offensive coordinators consistently do this. Consistently get your guy in space, let him use that speed, and defenses, they don't have a clue how to catch him. When you got a guy that gets full speed ahead to start the play, I love it because your angles have to be perfect. They weren't. Successful run by the offense.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Pulled down after a pickup of 4 to the 27. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Motion from the offense. Looking to pass. It's Warren. Firing to the right, complete. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.